do this thing. I just gotta find a Yoshi. This is weird seeing this shit again,
Yeah,
right?
this is a real throwback.
Throwback!
Remember when you, like, mutilated that squid?
Remember when I got anally probed by an alien?
Oh yeah, it was in this...
That was like episode 6. We're on like episode 30
It was like the entire episode that you talked about that.
Yeah, but it worked, didn't it? I got like 4 shines in that episode, or 5 shines.
Yeah, you do well when you distract yourself.
I try. I mean, I feel like otherwise I will just do very shitty. Alright, so I gotta find a Yoshi. I don't know where I'm gonna find a Yoshi.
A Yoshi.
A Yoshi.
I'm sorry I'm constantly yawning, audience.
It's okay, you are tired.
I woke up at 7:30.
Every video I've done with Robbie up to this point. God, fuck off.
This is not going well.
What am I looking at? There we go. But yeah, I was saying, every video I've done with Robbie of Earthbound in the past, like, 6 episodes has just been straight up tired. Because we always do them at like 2 in the morning.
That's
I'm just
probably
like, Robbie, the fuck, God? I want to sleep.
Did you know that he's gonna be recording Tales of Symphonia with Dave tonight?
I did know that, and he said I can guest if I wanted.
Ooh, I'm assuming you haven't been watching that, right?
No. Just because I know nothing about it, and I don't generally watch new series. Like, I tend to watch series, like, of games that I know, and, like, enjoy.
Oh, there's a blue coin.
Thank God.
I actually tend to enjoy Let's Plays of games I've played before, rather than games I don't know. Isn't that weird?
Same.
I wonder why, because maybe you don't have to concentrate as much to know what's going on. Like with some, not Symphonia. With some games, if I didn't pay enough attention, I really lost track of what was happening. Like, in Chrono Trigger, at a certain point, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
I feel that.
Because you have to really focus.
It's really hard to keep, like, your... Hold on. I need a fruit of some kind. Oh, the fruit machine. That's how I'll do it.
He needs a lychee.
A lychee pear.
He's gonna turn purple.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Okay, spaz out, Mario.
You're talking to the Yoshi expert here.
Yeah, that's true.
That was like one of the pages on Purple Yoshi's page way back in the day on my Yoshi website.
What, talk to the Yoshi expert?
No, it was like Super Mario Sunshine, like which fruits make Yoshi turn which color.
Oh, you did one?
Yeah.
That's dang. That's not a lychee. It's a regular pear.
Apparently, that is what they wanted to give you.
Why you lying?
Ha ha. Ha ha. We get the dad jokes down pat.
Yeah. I think they call this a durian in this game.
Oh, do they? Maybe.
Something like that.
My bad.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Speaking of lychees and things like from Asia in general, Rob and I are gonna go get sushi tomorrow.
I'm jealous as fuck.
And
then again, I guess I could always get some in Jersey, right?
And so you could. Does Chase like sushi?
I know she likes Chinese food, so I could go to
an Asian fusion place?
Yeah. I could try to.
Is she much of an adventurous eater?
No, she's not. She is picky as fuck. I can barely get her to eat anything. I won't lie. This is one of my nozzles. Oh, you cannot use it yet. It is only a hologram. So I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know what makes it a fruit adventure.
I could look it up.
Am I supposed to get over there?
I don't know.
That seems like it
would
would
wait,
make
I think
the
there
most
was
sense.
a shine on one of the, like amongst the scaffolding, or whatever you want to call it.
It's just a question of how the fuck am I supposed to get over there? You see what I mean?
Well...
It says I have to go this way. But I don't like that, because how the fuck am I supposed to get over there with this Yoshi? You might see a lot of Yoshis die, so I hope you're, like, okay, like, with seeing that.
I am not okay with that.
And I apologize in advance for, like, the mass amount of Yoshis that'll probably die because of me, so I'm sorry.
No.
I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do here.
I doubt you're supposed to jump into those fish.
I feel like you're supposed to jump on them or something.
I doubt that, because they're going back in the water.
I think I just gotta...
Just try to get on the scaffolding and find your way over it. No!
You gotta get over there somehow, and I just don't know how to do it.
Are you sure about that?
At least you didn't see anything happen to Yoshi.
I'm gonna look it up and quickly, or quietly, just like, no. And then if you want me to tell you, I'll tell you.
Oh man, I can't do this right now. Because the game loves to be difficult. And it's like, hey man, we're just gonna give you really hard levels because we know that you suck ass.
Why is this coming up now, by the way? Why didn't we do this one earlier?
Because we were just doing all the other levels, I think. And by that point, we had just moved from one to another. So I don't think I ever just really thought to go back and do it. So now I gotta get more fruit to get another Yoshi. Wait.
I'm just gonna tell you what to do.
Okay, please do, because I don't. Another fucking durian.
Another durian. You were on the right track, but you had to squirt fruit juice at the fish, and then they turn into platforms.
Who would think that, though?
I know. Like, it's like, maybe if I, like, shoot fruit at this fish, it's gonna, like, transform into a platform.
Or shoot, juice, right?
Yeah.
Gotta shoot my juice at some fish. Gotta get it all fishy when I shoot my juice. So funny, dude.
I wonder how they came up with the idea of Yoshi being, like, a fan of fruit. Like, why? Why would a dinosaur love fruit?
It was probably less graphic than him eating, like, toads, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because, like, I can't imagine Yoshi is, like, a carnivore.
It's more family-friendly.
In, like, the other games, he can eat, like, anything. Like, he will eat characters, like, shit like that. So I don't know if that counts. Excuse me. What did it want? Another durian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to shave this mustache off. You fucker! Stop!
Yeah, for the audience who don't know, Walt is like a,
very, very
sketchy,
disgusting,
like, fluffy little mustache.
Fluffy?
Yeah, it's like all, like, sparse, you know, and, like, you know?
What do you mean, like it's not full?
Like, it's not, like, rough looking.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it so much. Literally everybody who's seen it, they're like, yeah, that looks awful. And I'm like, I know, I fucking hate it. But of course, but I bet you can't guess who likes it. Walt's girlfriend. You can't stop talking about.
I feel like that is a testament to how she feels about you.
Oh, that's true.
That she finds that mustache endearing.
She likes mustache me better than babyface me, and I can't understand why.
I mustache you, why?
I don't know why. I wish I knew why. Because I hate having my mustache. And she's like, no, don't shave it. I'm like, okay, well, what happens in the event that I don't like it, which I don't?
Maybe.
Do I keep it on my face?
Maybe she's one of those facial hair women. Like, there's some women that, like, really love beards for some reason.
Yeah.
I am not one of those people, but some people are.
But you love Robbie's beard.
I actually prefer him clean shaven.
What?
With the soul patch.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Robbie's Jesus beard is fantastic.
Well, he looks good with a beard as well, because, you know, he's Rob. But,
yeah, get him. Yeah, that's true.
And then you're supposed to go into that piece of land. Oh wait, there's one with a palm tree, I think.
Okay, well I didn't realize that this was gonna move.
Or I guess you could just get on that platform.
Yeah.
Anyway, he rocks the Jesus look well.
Yes, he does.
But I prefer the clean shaven look. See if there's anything on that island to the left of you.
Well, like a blue coin or some shit. Am I supposed to find red coins or something? No, I think I'm just supposed to get a shine. Right?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah. What a cutie.
No!
No! Oh no, you
got so scared.
Well, at least we get the gist of the level now. Just like eat.
Get up there, dude! Fuck! Okay, you didn't see anything. Yes, you did. Oops. I tried.
My heart is broken.
I gotta get another durian, because everybody loves durians, am I right? Durian, more like Murica, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched that show, Impractical Jokers?
No.
Fuck, dude, you gotta watch that show. It's funny. There's like these 4 dudes. They must be just straight up New Yorkers, because they all talk like it. And
they all talk like it?
Yeah. There's Sal, there's Mur, there's Q, and there's Joe. Mm-hmm. And they just like basically do a bunch of shit in public that's fucked up, and like just to basically see who will and who won't do it, and like they have humiliations, kind of like Kenny versus Spenny,
yeah,
but like much more tame.
Sounds like a very Walt thing to watch.
It's very universally liked, actually. Like a lot of people like Impractical Jokers. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people also like Kenny versus Spenny, so.
Well, I would say much less people like Kenny versus Spenny than Impractical Jokers. It's probably like one of the most popular True TV shows, as far as I know.
Oh.
But I watched this one where Q lost Because Q and Murr are like the two more like, I don't know, mild-mannered, so like they don't really do as much savage shit, but Joe and Sal are fucking, they do not give a fuck, so they will do all the savage shit. So, there was this one humiliation for Q. He had to pretend that he was working as a volunteer for like those people who do like the foods for like the needy and shit.
Yeah, like a food bank or whatever.
So he was supposed to, and there was like a guy that was in on it. It was like, he was pretending to be the manager or whatever of that place. And he was basically supposed to pretend to be the manager or whatever. And like the people who like were like, basically the people who owned like the volunteer place knew about it, and they were, you know what I mean, they let him do it for like the jokes. But basically what he was supposed to do was, he was supposed to pretend to be a volunteer, but he eats the food. He's like, wow, this is so good, because it's like for the needy and shit, so obviously like the people working there would be like, you fucking asshole, like stop doing that. And he like shows up and he starts like putting food in boxes, and then like he has like canned ham and shit. He opens up and he's like eating it.
You're running out of juice as we speak, by the way.
Oh
so
shit!
You probably should not.
But yeah, he.
Dilly-dally.
The dude was saying, like the dude who ended up having to do the challenge, he was like, honestly, this fucking sucked, because I was a firefighter and like basically like helped people. You know what I mean? Like he was in like public service and stuff like that, so doing shit like that like made him feel horrible. And he was like, honestly, this was like one of the hardest humiliations I've ever had to do.
Yeah, that would really be an awkward thing to have to do.
Because he was just like, dude, like, fuck. Like, you go from, like, firefighting and, like, doing, you know what I mean, like, saving people to, like, now I'm eating food for the needy. But, like, for every can that they, like, destroyed or fucked up, he, like, they donated 3 more. So, like,
oh, nice.
They were, like, giving back a lot more than they were using.
I guess you might want to wait till another fish spawns and then go onto that platform to the right, you know?
Well, I need to find one that'll go up.
Wait, turn to the right. Like, go on that one, and then get on that fish, you know?
Yeah. Thank God for the spin jump. And I'm getting better at it, like, it's way more accurate.
Like, I bet this fish will go up.
Probably.
Get on the platform.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Also, I never officially said jump cut over, but I think it's been established here that, yeah, the jump cut was over way before.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. No! What are you...
Oh, wait. Why don't I just get off the Yoshi?
Yeah. Oh my god, why? Little heart attack for everybody.
Mini heart attack. Yeah, let's do it. 69 nerds.
Good job. Now what are you going to do? Just get some blue coins?
I'll figure something out. I could just get 100 coins in a level.
True.
What would you suggest if I do that? Probably the first one would be the easiest, I think.
Yeah, you could try that, yeah.
Sup, nerds?
Hey, guys, we're back.
We have one more shine to get, and I figured what better way to do it than to be cheap as fuck, go for 100 coins in the easiest level of the game. Why? Because I want to get this fucking shit over with. I don't know about you. I want the shit done.
Don't be prideful. Let's just get through this.
Hell yeah. Oh, I have another thing I can talk about. So, while we were up at her dad's, we watched a shit ton of ghost shows. Like, a metric fuck ton of ghost shows.
Chase's dad's.
Yes. We watched 3 in particular. There's one called My Haunted House or some shit.
Oh, so like non-fiction ghost shows.
Yeah. I mean, depending on your definition of non-fiction ghosts.
Like, it's not like a story. People are like talking about things that they claim really happened.
I think the My Haunted House thing, I think that's fake. The Ghost Adventures is, like, most certainly fake, because it's just, well, I mean, it's not even fake, like, they're going to actual haunted places. Just, like, the shit they do almost seems like they're, like, they don't even realize they're a meme. Because they just do weird shit, like, the one guy, the main guy on that show. And, like, by the way, I want to point out, like, as I'm talking shit, I also love this fucking show, and I watch it all the time. So, like, I can't even talk too much shit. I think I'm gonna reset.
As a ghost hunter yourself, you're probably really into this.
But, basically, for one, the dude's voice gets me. Because just it's like, he's very cocky. And, like, sometimes he'll challenge the ghosts. He'll be like, come on, do something. But, like, he has, like, this fucking voice, and it kills me. He'll be like, I can sense the presence of spirits in this house. I can sense their aura is very strong. It's almost making me sick to my stomach. Like, it's just the way he talks. It's just so goofy. I love it. I feel like Robbie would like it, because it's like that, like, special brand of cheese. Like, it's just so bad.
You wonder, like, stuff like that really, like, casts into doubt that there is any, like, anything other than to existence other than what meets the eye, but, like, you wonder if there is, and it's really just, like, dorky ghost things that make everybody think it's all a load of crap.
Well, there are, I won't lie, there are, like, a lot of shit that has happened. Like, I remember one of the first episodes of Ghost Adventures or something, this weird shit happened that was completely unexplained, and it's like, what the fuck happened? Because literally they walk into this place, and, like, they're doing, like, their little ghost readings or whatever. A fucking brick is laying on the ground, not even moving, and then all of a sudden it just flies across the room. For no fucking reason. Like, it was just sitting there. And you could tell even he was, like, freaked the fuck out, because he's like, what is going on? He, like, ran out of there. He's like,
coins.
Possibly, yes. But, like, when that happened, like, he jumped ship. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of this house. But, like, you see it fly across the screen with no explanation as to how it happened. And, like, you could say, like, yeah, fucking, like, they use, like, some green screen shit or something, or, like, they, like, had somebody else move it, but, like, you literally see it go from being on the ground to, like, flying up in the air.
Whether or not, like, that TV show's real, do you think that, like...
I think it's possible, because weird shit has happened. Actually...
Oh my god, get them.
Fuck. Chase has, like, a really creepy ghost story that she told me the other day. And I can tell you off camera, just because I don't know if she wants me talking about it on this shit or not, but I can tell you off camera. But, yeah, she told me about this weird, creepy ghost shit that happened, but, like, I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna restart, because I missed a lot of them.
Because you missed a lot, yeah, fair enough.
But she told me, and I was like, okay, that's fucking weird, like, on so many levels. And either she is lying, or she's telling the truth, and in the case that she's telling the truth, that's fucked up.
It'd be interesting to hear that.
But I don't think she's lying, because there's too much to this story to make it sound fake. You know what I mean? Like, there's way too much. But, like, and when she told me, I believed her, because I was like, holy fuck. But, like, I'll have to tell you off camera. It's really... Sorry to leave the viewers in suspense here, but I just don't want to fucking open cans of worms that aren't mine to open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, being respectful.
And being respectful and having boundaries instead of telling my life on YouTube. Isn't that, like, rare for someone my age?
You're evolving.
Evolution.
Because you're in a new decade of life.
Right? It's me being an adult. Emphasis on dolt, am I right? Fucking woo 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 woo.
Woo woo woo.
Are you ready?
An adult.
But
clever.
But like they have all this like weird ghost shit. Like they have like apparently one of their ghost gear is like a modified Xbox Kinect. Because you know how it, like, will sense, like, limbs and shit? Like, it knows...
No, I don't know what an Xbox Kinect is.
Like, it's like that virtual reality shit. Remember Robbie used to talk about it? Because apparently it could, like, scan your dick and, like, see, like, everything you're doing and, like, all this creepy shit. No. They, like, modded one, I guess, to get it to see ghosts. And, like, basically it would pick up, like, the presence of, like, anybody nearby. That type of shit. So that's where that whole thing sprouted from. And... Ooh, there's a lot of them here. Like, it's weird. It can, like, pick up certain things. And then they also have, like, this weird, like, spirit box thing that, like, it's, like, this really annoying, like, but if, like, occasionally you can hear voices coming through it, like, where, like, you can't really, kind of can't understand it, but at the same time you can. And there was this one place they went to where the spirit box, he was just, like, I don't know, he was asking a bunch of questions, and he was like, can you tell me information or something? Can you, and then it goes, like, ghost hunters. Or ghost hunter, and he's like, what the fuck? I'm a ghost hunter. Oh, it's self-aware. It knows that, like, I'm asking it questions. It's creepy. And then it said his name and everything. It was weird. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, Aaron. And I'm like, ah!
Well, it sounds entertaining regardless.
It is entertaining because, like, half the time, it's like, it can be creepy, but then the other half of the time, it's just, like, so fucking dumb. It's funny. Yeah. I love it.
Look how many coins you're getting from these dudes.
I know. I'm trying to get as many as I can. I'm trying to collect them all. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not closed-minded. Like, I feel like I'm open to the idea that, like, weird things like that potentially could be, like, something sometimes.
It's just exploited by media. That's the only problem. Is that everybody knows that it's like, they're like, hey, this will get views.
But who knows, you know?
And then there's this other show which might interest you just because of, like, the premise of it. there's a psychic, or like there's a psychic medium basically, and there's a retired like New York detective or some shit. And basically they go to haunted places. And this one guy, like, he covers up any evidence of, like, anything, like, basically anything that could give her hints or clues about what could be there. Mm-hmm. So, like, hides pictures of the family, shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, he'll go through and hide everything. Like, anything that would give away, like, you know what I mean? For example, like, where it is, or, like, anything about the area. Yeah. So we'll cover that up. Then the medium will go there, and she'll go and she'll basically, I guess, she'll get really into it, and she'll, like, insert herself into, like, the world, because she sees, like, all the shit. And so she'll, like, go there, and she'll be like, whoa, okay, so I see, like, a dead person, like, he's wearing this, this, and that, like, we'll describe specifically what he looks like, and sometimes it's bogus, but other times it's weird, like, it's, like, creepily accurate. But the interesting thing about it is that the detective and her don't speak until, like, they don't even talk to each other about anything until they meet to, like, do the final verdict. And, like, a day before, the guy will, like, the detective will do, like, investigative work. He'll, like, basically ask the family questions and shit like that and figure out what they're seeing and why and, like, all this other shit. Like, they'll ask what kind of, like, weird experiences they've had, like, with the paranormal. Like, for example, like, are they being touched? Are they... like, do they feel like they're being watched? Can they see, like, spirits and entities and weird shit? So, like, he'll go and ask that questions, and then he'll go after the fact, and he will, like, talk to, you know, people who live in the area, like, libraries, and find out, like, local history about the areas and shit like that. So he'll do that right before, so he'll gather what information he can. He'll ask the people who work there, or not the people who live there, rather, like, what specifically they're seeing, and, basically, it'll go back and forth the whole episode where you'll see him talking about shit, and then it'll show her perspective of what she's seeing, and she'll describe something that's very similar. So, like, she'll be like, okay, I can sense that this entity is very aggressive, and I could see him shoving, or, like, shit like that. Or then she'll be like, oh yeah, I can sense that this spirit, in particular, is very... it, like, wants attention, type shit. So you will be more likely to see physical, like, apparitions and stuff, as opposed to, like, just, like, shit moving by itself, etc., etc. So, they don't talk until the very end. And then she also has sketches made of what she's seeing. And, like, they'll meet up at the end, and then she'll describe what she's seeing, and then he'll connect it to any information he's found. So she'll be like, yeah, I saw this one guy, he's very aggressive, and, like, he is, like, talking about how he's, like, murdered people, and he's, like, very ecstatic about it, and then I'll be like, well, that kind of goes back to, there's this serial killer who was in this area about, like, 75 years ago or something, killed, like, 3 kids or something, and went to jail, and confessed to all of it, and blah, blah, blah. So, like, shit like that. And it'll get... Sorry that I'm so in-depth, like,
no, it's alright.
It's
like 10:15 at night, so I'm tired, so I'm glad you're chatty.
Yeah. But so, like, he'll be like, okay, so I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but this is, like, what has happened here. And then he'll talk about it, and he's like, could this be the person you're talking about? And she'll be like, almost 100% of the time, she's always like, yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wait, turn around, go back the other way down the path.
I know, there's coins over there.
Wait, no, to the right. Wasn't there, like, isn't that one of those dudes that you can get coins from, like, right there?
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. Actually, good find. Blah. Blah. Yeah, it's right. That. I'm definitely getting 100 on this one.
Yeah. That show sounds interesting, but the problem with stuff like that is, like...
you can't ever really tell if it's
given that it's bogus. A show, it could be, like, staged very
I feel like... honestly, like, it gives me the vibe sometimes that it's staged, and I feel like she also hams it up a little bit, because, like, they'll be like, so she'll say something completely unrelated, and it'll be like, well, I don't really know what you're talking about there, but here's something that happened here. And he'll be like, is this the apparition you're referring to? And she'll be like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm just like, okay, no. So sometimes it's bogus, but then, like, you'll see shit where she'll have, like, a sketch drawn, and she's like, oh yeah, this is, like, this dude, like, kind of seems like he's, like, very into, like, cowboy type shit, like, he's dressed like he's in, like, an old western type deal, like, he obviously likes the southern style and shit like that. And then she had, like, this one sketch drawn, and it literally looked exactly like this one woman's, like, dead husband. And it was creepy as fuck. And I'm just like, okay, that's weird. But, like, once again, yes, a lot of that shit could be staged. So it really, it all depends on how seriously you can take this stuff. And, oh, fuck. Apparently, if you squish them, you only get 1 coin.
I think you'll probably still be okay.
Probably. I'm hoping. Come on, bitch. But it really all depends on, like, your skepticism of stuff like that. And even if you don't believe in any of it, it's still interesting to watch. Like, I've watched, like, a good, at least a season of that show. That's how many episodes me and Chase have watched of it. But it's very interesting, and I like it.
Yeah, stuff like that's cool. I, want to believe that things are, like that are true, but you never know.
Honestly, you'd probably,
I'm also a skeptical person.
You'd probably like the detective, because I feel like he reminds me a lot of, like, my uncle. Just in, like, his mannerisms.
Oh, yeah? Huh?
He's like, oh, yeah, he's like, so, what kind of stuff are you seeing? Like, why didn't you get the hell out of there? Like, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, the whole, like, almost, like, New York-ish, like, mannerisms.
Are those coins on... Oh, no, I see. It's a reflection.
Yeah. I don't know if you understand what I mean by,
yes.
like, kind of how he sounds like he's, like, fresh out of New York or something.
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Yes. Just without the accent.
He has it a little bit, really.
Kinda, yeah. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it can be pretty interesting, and depending on, like, how you feel about certain shit like that and how, like, believable it is for you. Even if it's not, it's TV, so it's entertaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen, like, less interesting shit before than that. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the more interesting ghost shows, in my opinion. In fact, so much so that my mom is super interested in that kind of stuff, and I kind of want to tell her to look into it because, one, I want her to record it, so next time I go down there, I can watch them all. and then because I think she'd probably like it, because she's into ghost stuff. And I know that's her niche. So,
have you ever been to a medium before?
No.
I went to, like, a couple, and, like, most of them were, like, complete nonsense, but there was one, this is a situation where I don't feel like getting into the details, but there was one where, and one thing happened that was, like, pretty, like, compelling, which is what gives me, like, some doubt about just, like, dismissing all of that as a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
But
so what happened?
But most of them, well, I don't really feel talking about it on here.
I mean, like, yeah, you don't have to tell me about it on here, but I'm saying, like, I'm just trying to think of, like, how you could explain it, where, like, did she say something? Like, did she...
It was basically just a situation where I was, like, beforehand, I was, like, please, like, so-and-so, like, if you exist, bring this particular thing up.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, brought up.
That's weird.
Which could have been a coincidence, but, like, I don't know.
Well, I feel like stuff like that is interesting, because I feel like especially when it comes to, and, like, I feel like this is discussed a lot, and it really all depends on, like, your belief in ghosts and stuff like that, or even, like, you know, life, well, not even life after death, but just, like, the presence of, like, people and loved ones and shit like that. Fuck off, dude. But, like, I feel like with shit like that, for me, it's interesting. I feel like there was that one point in time where I was like, yeah, no, that's bullshit. But, like, I feel like I don't ever want to be skeptical of that shit, because I feel like it could very well exist, because I've heard way too many weird stories of people that are very trustworthy, and it's like, why the fuck would they lie type shit. Like, I've heard them tell me some weird shit that's happened. That's, like, kind of like, what? How? Like, that doesn't seem to be really explainable by any coincidence. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But you could just dismiss it as that's the kind of shit that happens here and there.
Or people, like, make meaning out of things because they want to believe, stuff like that. I don't know. But, I feel like it's an unpopular opinion to even, like, consider that perhaps sometimes things like that are true. But, like, do you feel that way? Like, with a lot of people in our generation, it's like, oh, that's just a load of nonsense, and, like...
I feel like my generation would be way more likely to believe in that stuff than maybe, for example, your generation. Just because I feel like my generation... Because we are, what, millennials? If we're going by generation bullshit?
You are, like, I think I'm a millennial, and you... Yeah, you're probably on the tail end of it, yeah.
I am tail end of millennial, because I am not Gen Z. I was not born after 2000.
Right.
But... Bloop. I think I'm about to get this, Rachel.
Yay!
Got him. We're so close.
Well, there's 4 coins down there to the left in the water, and then those...
Ooh, fuck. Of course, because I'm falling. Why would it work? So stupid. But I'm pretty sure I saw 4, like you said, yeah, in the water. So I'll just swim around and get them, because I know there's probably one more over there. But I didn't expect this to take as long as it did, but, I mean, maybe it offered an interesting little last story.
Yeah, and we could always finish the game next time, right?
Yeah.
One more!
Also, whenever I do these videos, I always, like, whenever I listen back, I always feel like my voice sounds so high, and I hate it. Like, I feel like every time I talk, I'm like, hey, so yeah, then I did this and that, and I fucking hate it.
Your voice isn't that high.
It's very high. Yeah. I got that 100 coins, bah! Got that 100 coins, bah! Blah, blah, blah.
Hooray!
Shaka, papa. Alright, now I just have to fucking make it to the lily pad. Watch this, you ready? There's actually like one of those secret missions where you're supposed to do shit like this, but you have to be super accurate or you fuck it up, and I hate it.
Aren't you glad that we decided not to get all the shrines?
Yes. I had no intention of getting all the shrines. I think I said first episode 70 would be my max.
I thought you did. I thought you wanted to get all 120.
No. I said, I was like, I'm not a fucking madman. I'm not doing 120. There's no way that's happening.
Maybe I misinterpreted then.
Possibly. Or maybe because I specifically stated 120 out loud, maybe you were like, okay, so he's going for 120.
Also, possibly.
Possibly.
You upstate New Yorker.
Am I starting to get that upstate accent?
The possibly, like, definitely sounded like it.
God damn it. They fucking got to me, dude.
I think you mean God.
God, yeah. Coupon.
Coupon.
Coupon. I did it!
You
Fuck
did
yeah.
it!
So, I think next part will be the finale.
Yay!